So hey guys, it's QuickyBaby and welcome back to World of Tanks. This time I'm going to be experiencing the Rampage game mode Steel Hunt. It's finally hit the live serve. I'm going to let you guys know everything about it, how to get an advantage over your opponents, and why this is certainly not an event to miss, considering you can get triple crew experience and pretty much triple regular experience on your tier 10 tanks. So in 9.10 a new tab was added up here. It's called Rampage. And you get a choice of two different game modes. You can either play Domination, which is team-based and involve flags that need to be captured, but that's not what this video is about. We are going to focus on Steel Hunt, which is the game mode for solo players and platoons, groups of 3 people that love to have a free-for-all brawl. Today I'm going to be a lone wolf playing against 11 other players for the first place prize, and a lovely big bonus of credits and experience, so let's get started. Now you will have to select 3 of your tier 10 tanks, and as you can see I am a very lucky boy and I have every single tier 10 tank in the game at my disposal. And you click to simply select a tank. Now one of the novel features about the Rampage game mode is that there is respawning in game. That's right, if you die you can come back and get that guy who just killed you. And you don't even have to do it in the same tank. We can select multiple tanks, up to 3 tier 10 vehicles to use to take out our opponents in the game. And if you die in one, well, simply in the next 10 to 15 seconds, you respawn in another. Now, one thing I thoroughly recommend if you do play this game mode is that you take away all of your premium consumables, especially things like coffee and cola, because they will get consumed. And if you want to play 3 tanks, and in each of them you use a large repair kit, a large med kit, and a premium consumable, you are going to be spending a lot of credits very quickly. And the same goes for premium ammo. Really, it isn't as important in the Rampage game mode, and is going to be a fast way for you to hemorrhage a lot of credits. My other tip to you is to make sure that your first tank slot is filled by the one that you want to spawn into. For me, I can think of no better tank than the Waffenträger Alpha E100 for that instant stopping power at the start of the game. Then simply click the battle button at the top and you're ready to brawl. But oh wait, Mr. QuickyBaby, what if I don't have tier 10 tanks already unlocked and I want to try them out in this brand new game mode? Well, don't worry, because Wargaming has you covered. In the missions and specials you can see RIS7 and RAMX50B and RT62A, and that stands for rental. Every single day, at least on the European server, until the 28th of September, if you win 2, 5 or 10 games in tier 8 and plus tanks, then you will unlock a rental AMX50B, a rental T62A and a rental IS7 for free. Of course, these vehicles do have a rather garish red color, but they do come with 100% crew, so you're going to be able to competitive right from the get-go. And I think this is a fantastic way for anyone with a tier 8 tank to be able to test out the tier 10 vehicles. Maybe you've always wanted to try the top-of-the-line T62A with its great mobility, devastating 100mm gun, and awesome turret armor. Or if that's not enough for you, why not the AMX50B, this tier 10 French 120mm autoloader? It's a really cool try before you buy mechanic that would be useful for me if I didn't already have these tanks and play them loads of times. So as you load into the game, you have a few very important seconds. This is the only chance you have to see the players, at least their names that you're going to be playing with, and the tanks that they're using. So if you want to see a specific player or tank that you want to avoid, or maybe you see me on the list and you want to come straight at me, then there's your opportunity. So the map that we're going to be playing on is Ghost Town. It's a rather small map, but it does very well for this kind of 12-player all-on-all atmosphere. And there's also a very important location in the center. This is a repair depot. Now there's a cooldown on the repair depot, but what it allows you to do is to fully repair and fully reload your tank very quickly indeed. Now you might notice that my WT Alpha E100 is reloading rather quickly here, and that's because when you spawn, the initial reload on an autoloader is twice as fast. And so that means that we can turn around and give this heavy tank a very big surprise. I don't think he expects me to be reloaded so quickly. 1 into his tracks, 2 into his tracks. He repairs his tracks, 3rd one goes in, and I decide to shoot the upper plate, killing him in 4 shots. I decide to reload quickly, and I want to make my way now, hopefully to the repair depot, to be able to automatically reload my tank. Now that's not the only tool at my disposal here, just kicking the butts of my enemies. with my autoloader gun. Oh no, I've been caught reloading by a Batchat. Also, later on in the game, you might have noticed there are some extra consumables down here. There is an artillery strike. Upon activation, commands the artillery to lay fire at a specified map coordinate. And also, you have an airstrike. Upon activation, commands a ground attack plane to take off and drop bombs at a specified map coordinates. So, I've died. Now, while you can't see it because I'm not recording this live, it gives you an optional screen that you can use to decide what you want to play in next. And for me, I've decided to load in the T-57 Heavy. And don't think that the T-57 Heavy's reload is this quick, because boy, it isn't. This is half the speed that a T-57 Heavy would take to reload, but we were able to quickly put our 4 shots into our opponent here. And now what we do is we lure the E-50M back. We hold him in place. Prepare the artillery barrage. I reverse a little bit so I don't get hit by it as well. 1, 2, flush hit, 455 damage done there with the artillery hit on the E-50M. So I find this is a fantastic way to combine with your autoloaders. Maybe your autoloader has left your opponent on just that little smidgen of health and you need that little extra bit of damage. Well, you can get it with either the artillery strike or the bombing run. This WT Alpha E100 didn't know what hit him. And the T-57 Heavy is also a fantastic choice for this game mode. The only thing is the T-57 Heavy doesn't do as well in the center of the map, because a reload isn't as impressive when you only reload 1,600 potential damage as when you do a full reload in a WT Alpha E100. Now this is very important here. We can see the repairs are happening in 5 seconds, but because we kept getting hit, that meant that we never gave the full 5 seconds that we needed to be able to repair the vehicle. You have to remain inside this circle for 5 seconds for your tank to be fully healed and for an autoloader to be fully reloaded. And also, it's not just autoloaders that fully reload. If you're playing in, for example, a tank with a long reload like an FV215B183 or an E100 or a Jagdpanzer E100, those tanks also fully reload when they repair as well. So there could be some ridiculous FV215B double shots that I'd really like to see, and that's definitely a meta that I'm probably going to try out. Now, one thing that I will also hasten to add is I'm not doing what I suggest. You see me using premium consumables, and that's because I automatically loaded into them. This is the first ever game I played of the Rampage Steel Hunt game mode, and boy did I regret it afterwards when I figured out it pretty much cost me 60 or 120,000 credits. So don't be a muppet like me and replace all of your premium consumables for single-use ones. So unfortunately for us, the Object 140 has found us. I need to get towards the cap circle. Well, actually, I've decided that I want to do a strafing run on him. Let's see if we can get him out. Come on, come on, come on! Oh no, he's still alive! Disaster! Somebody kill him for me, please. Hopefully, we can avoid him and get round the center. Hopefully this IS-7 ignores me. If that's the case, maybe. 3, 2, 1. Uh-oh, Mr. Object 140. I think the tables have turned just a little bit. We just gained 1,400 hit points. And now we can fully unload on this Jagdpanzer E100. Oh, what is he doing? He slips and slides down the slope. Let's go after him. But first, let's kill this E100. Sorry, buddy. Shot me in the track there. That's not the right place to shoot a WT Alpha E100. We nearly have a kill on that, but it looks like a Batchat on the enemy team manages to finish off the Jagdpanzer E100. I get tracked and ammo-racked by a Jagdpanzer E100, and I don't manage to get him. Oh, I fire off my artillery strike. It doesn't work. Batchat sees that I tried to ram him, and so he avoids my ram. Well played to the Batchat. He juked me there. Really good one. I want to try and get away from these guys for as long as I can. Now, one thing I will also highlight here is that, as you can see, you can't just camp in the middle. There's a 2-minute respawn on the center, and there's a minute left, so I couldn't manage to get myself a full reload off there. Now, you might be wondering, well, how do you win this game mode? Well, it's the first player to 200 points. So as we can see right now, it's neck and neck. Me and F Price have got about 150 points each. Now, what do you get points for? How do I get these points? Well, you get 1 point for every 100 damage that you do. And you also get 10 points for securing a kill. So that's right, you can, 1 kill is worth 1,000 damage, so securing kills is also very important in this game mode. And I'm going to show you a result after this game where you can see just that. So every time we put a shot into him, you can see that our points are going up by 3 or 4, and we finish off that bat chat in a single clip. Great result there. Now we're up to 180. So we got 30 points there, which is pretty much 2,000 damage, plus the 10 extra bonus points that you get for the kill. Luckily now our repair depot is ready to start servicing us. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're fully loaded. Let's go after this FE215B. He probably thinks we're not reloaded because we're not coming after him. Maybe he's trying to repair himself. Oh gosh, we get hit. Oh, he put an artillery barrage on us, that sneaky guy. We hit the FE215B once. We hit him twice. We go back round where he can't get us. We put a third into him. And a fourth. Now quickly we put our artillery strike. We want to go for a strafing round. And we put another one into his tracks before he manages to repair his tank. And kablamo! What a sweet way to finish off this game and come through with the victory. We combined our 14,000 damage, which will give us 141 points, with the 6 kills, which gives us 60 points to combine to go over the 200 required and win the game. And one thing that I will also hasten to add is while you see that this damage counter up here is recording the shots that I put into the enemy tank, the game also records the damage that you do with the bonus consumables, the artillery strike and the airstrike. Now you might be wondering, well, how do I get these artillery strikes and these airstrikes? Well, you get it for doing damage to your opponents, and as you can see, and rewatch this video if you want to, you can see the bar filling up as I do damage throughout this game. Once it reaches this notch here, you'll be able to use an artillery strike, or you can save to give yourself that blanket devastation that is an airstrike. And I have seen well-placed artillery strikes and airstrikes take out half or an entire tank, so they are very important indeed. And one thing I'd also like to highlight is that it doesn't give your opponents a warning that they're inbound. As you could clearly see when the FE215B hit me very, very hard indeed here. On my damage log, multiple hits of 122, 57, 67, 388, 185 and 120, all from the reward consumable that he used. So great win here in my first game. The game lasted exactly 7 minutes. Let's just take a look in the garage to explain the economics of this game mode, which is very interesting and important indeed. So after you finish the battle, you will be presented with a post-game results screen that's very different in the Rampage game mode than the standard random queue of World of Tanks. You'll see you will have an option to either view all of your tanks or view the tanks that you played individually. So you can see how many credits and experience you got in your Waffenträger Alfie 100 if you played that, or your bat chat. And also see who you managed to kill or damage on the enemy team for each specific tank. Next, if you look at the team score, you can see how you compared to everyone else. We made a huge amount of experience, 3,458 base experience, that's spread between our 2 tanks depending on how well we did in them, and we did that in 7 minutes and 10 seconds. And again, if you want to analyze how you did in each vehicle, you can check that out in the tabs here, and it looks like I did much better in my bat chat than my WTL V100 in that game. And the detailed report is very important. Tier 10 tanks are expensive, but thankfully Wargaming seemed to give a lot of reward if you manage to win. If you don't manage to win, and I'll show you a game earlier, which I finished second, I believe. Here we go, here's a game on Ghost Town, where even though we did the most amount of damage, we didn't steal enough kills. And by looking at this, actually maybe the winner gets a double experience. But as you can see in the game that we lost, we did die a lot of times in this game. We died 5 times, and so our repair cost was quite significant. But we still made 32,000 credits, but I hasten to add that if I didn't run a premium count, I would have lost 10,000 credits there. So I guess while in Rampage Steel Hunt, the winner doesn't quite take it all, he does get a significant boost. And if you do manage to win, you get a fantastic amount of credits. We made 57,000 credits profit in a 7-minute game in our Tier 10 tanks. And again, in the detailed report tab, you can see how well you did in each vehicle. Wow, we only made just 5,000 credits profit in our WT Alfie 100, whereas in the bat chat, we made 51,000 credits profit. Looks like I did much better in that game in the bat chat. So you might be thinking 3,458 base experience points is incredible for a 7-minute game. You're getting pretty much triple experience, if not quadruple experience, by playing the Steel Hunt game mode. And so you'll be very happy to know that this does actually go onto your tanks, as experience would in the regular game mode. Let me show a few screenshots of before and after screens of my Bat Chat crew. So the red circles are previous experience on the tank, as you can see via the times, and the yellow are after game experience on the tank. And it won't be a big surprise to you that this equals the amount of experience we gained on our Bat Chat. This is 2,810. And we can also see that our crew experience increased by the same amount as well. Here was the previous amount of experience we required to get our next skill point on our Bat Chat, and unsurprisingly it is 2,810 less after the battle. And working as intended, here's that 2,810 experience that we got in our Bat Chat. And so this makes the Rampage Steel Hunt game mode the best way that there has been to train your crew experiences ever in World of Tanks. And I'd be very interested to know if this experience is going to stack with any kind of events that Wargaming put out. But unfortunately, at least for the current crew experience increase event that's on the European server, this is not the case. It doesn't include the Rampage game mode in the bonuses. But frankly, it doesn't really need it. You're already earning experience and crew experience 3 times faster than if you were to play well in a random battle. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, or maybe it was just useful to you. Either way, please consider giving it a like down below. It really helps the channel out. And stay tuned, as I will be trying out the other versions of the Rampage game mode and get you some more videos as soon as I've managed to figure the event out. And let me know in the comments down below what you think about the Rampage Steel Hunt game mode. Do you think it's awesome that we've got more reason than ever to play our tier 10 tanks, or do you think it's a big waste of time? I personally think that Wargaming have finally nailed it on the head. We are gaining crew experience. I feel like I want to play it because I'm getting the benefit of that free experience that I could unlock on my tier 10s, as well as the roughly 3 times crew training. It's absolutely amazing. And I wish all of you the best of luck in your Rampage Steel Hunt endeavors. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You've been epic, and hopefully I'll see you soon.